Hey guys, Redneck Mini 14 here, and while I'm stuck at home for 2 weeks battling coronavirus, I figured I'd make a few videos. In this video, I want to talk about double dipping when it comes to hunting different types of game, and specifically for me, a couple weeks ago when I was sitting in the deer blind, there were quite a few squirrels around me, and I was wishing I had my squirrel rifle or something to hunt some squirrels with, because technically it is squirrel season during deer season, at least in my state. Not sure about all other states, but in my state, like squirrel season, rabbit season, all these different hunting seasons actually overlap. Just that in deer season, you typically only see people hunting deer. And so it got me thinking, since it technically is squirrel season and deer season at the same time, and I do have valid permits for both, could I bring another rifle to pop a few squirrels if they get close enough to the deer blind? And I'm not sure about all 50 states, but I was looking this up in my state, and from what all I've read on the conservation website, it would be perfectly legal to hunt squirrels at the same time that you're hunting deer. I didn't find anything specifically saying that it was illegal, but what I did find is that if you're going to hunt squirrels during deer season, there are certain counties where they don't allow it, but the majority of counties do allow it, and the county that I hunt in does, of course, allow it, and there are restricted methods on hunting squirrels from what I read. The only way you can hunt a squirrel in that period of time is with a rimfire rifle of 22 caliber or smaller. So like 22 short, 17 HMR, 17 Mach 2, those kind of rifles. Not really sure why you can't use a shotgun, but I mean, in my state, you're not allowed to hunt deer with shotguns unless hunting with a slug. Like, you can't use buckshot to hunt deer for whatever reason. So I guess, I don't know. But normally you can hunt squirrels with a shotgun, but apparently during deer season in most counties, you can only hunt them with a rimfire rifle. So my line of thinking was this past weekend when I was going to go deer hunting, but I kind of got screwed out of that, is I was going to take a 22 rifle with a handful of shorts and just have that sitting next to me in the deer blind, and if a squirrel got close enough to me, I could take one of these two rifles and maybe shoot a squirrel with a 22 short. And the reason for that line of thinking is 22 shorts are very quiet. These particular ones are CB shorts, and they're subsonic and coming out of a rifle barrel. Now these are shorter barrels, so it's a little bit louder than like if you shot it out of like a 22 inch barrel, something like that. But it is still considerably less loud than a 22 long rifle, and therefore your risk of scaring away the deer with a gunshot is significantly lower. So the only two rifles I really had in mind was my Remington 514 single shot bolt action, and then my Henry Evil Roy edition 22 lever action. Reason being because they're both pretty short and lightweight and slim guns, and they can both feed 22 shorts with ease. Pretty much every other gun that I have is a semi-automatic, or it's a bolt action with a magazine, where feeding shorts is not exactly ideal because they won't, you have all that extra space and they won't line up and it might jam up the works. But I do have this lever action, and I have a single shot 22. I do have another single shot 22, but it's an older one and it's considerably larger than this one and heavier, so I would go with this one. But those are the two that I have in my own personal collection, and if I was going to do this in the future, like if I found that I enjoy doing this and it continues to be legal, I would probably get myself a cheaper, I don't know, a cheaper gun that shoots shorts that I'm not worried about getting scratched up. It would be nice if I could have a takedown 22, but those are kind of few and far between when it comes to cheap and good quality these days. So like a Marlin 39A, that would be perfect, but you can't really find one cheap. And the Chiappa look-alike, while it is cheap, it's not exactly the best of quality, so who knows if it's gonna last a long time. I would say it's of lesser quality than a Henry, but if I'm going to take this Henry out, I want to be very careful because this is a pretty nice Henry, and I don't really want to mess up this nice wood stock. But it does fit the bill for now, as long as I'm careful. And then, of course, the 22 single shot 22 over here. I'm not real worried about getting that messed up, but it's a single shot, so I'd rather have a repeater. So, anyway, what do you guys think of this concept? Do any of you try to hunt squirrels and deer at the same time? I don't really know too many people who do. Then again, I don't really know too many people who hunt in the first place because I kind of grew up in the city, and not a whole lot of people that I actually know that are my age actually go out and hunt. So, yeah. Anyway, that's it for that video. Subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm RedneckMini14, and until next time, be safe.